Hi, friends, it's Deb. And as we begin this new month of April, we're exploring the theme of love. And it's not as something we need to figure out, not as something we need to create, but something we begin to gently open to. And because often love isn't actually missing, it's just covered. Covered by tension in the body, by the pace of our days, by the ways we've learned to stay protected or guarded. Maybe that sounds familiar to you. I know it does to me. And so this first week is not about becoming more loving. It's about softening enough to notice what may already be here. So when we hear the word love, the mind often moves outward, right? To relationships, to connections, to giving. But this week, we begin somewhere quieter. We begin with how we are relating to our own experience. And opening to love begins with allowing. And how do we do that? Well, we allow the breath to be just as it is. We allow the body to be just as it is. We allow our thoughts, our emotions, and our sensations to just be here without immediately trying to change them. Because love, in this sense, is not something we force. It's something that we uncover when we stop resisting. And this kind of opening can feel very subtle. You may not feel anything that you would immediately call love, but you might notice something else, something simple, like a small pause or a softening in the shoulders, a moment where you don't push something away. And that's enough, because this kind of love is not dramatic. It's not something we have to chase or create. It's a quality of presence, a way of being with what is, with a little more space and care. So for many of us, myself included, opening can feel unfamiliar. And I know I felt this for many years. And maybe you do too. Maybe you feel like the body may be so used to holding, to bracing, to staying just slightly on guard. So what do? We move gently. We don't force anything open. Instead, what we do is we begin by creating small moments of safety through the breath, through grounding, through simply noticing that in this moment we're here. And what happens with this, our nervous system and our body over time begins to learn it's okay to soften. And that softening is the beginning of love. So this week, you might notice small moments like pausing before reacting, maybe taking one conscious breath, allowing a feeling to be there without immediately trying to fix it. And you might gently say to yourself, I can be with this. Not to change it, not to make it go away, just to meet it. Because opening to love doesn't require anything complicated. It begins in these very simple moments. So, my friends, there's a quiet truth at the heart of this practice that love is not something we have to earn or create. It's something instead we begin to notice when we soften. As you move through this week, see if you can allow just a little more space, a little more gentleness, and then notice what begins to open. And if you'd like to explore this more deeply, you're warmly invited to join us in the free school community that we have, peacefulwellnessgroup.com, easy way to get there. And it's a space where we continue these monthly themes together with guided practices, reflections, and a supportive community. We have a community meditation on Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m. Central Time, and you're invited to join us for that. And you're always welcome there. So, friends, thank you so much for joining with me today, and I wish you much peace and love.